Another facet of providing a high level of preparedness for our firefighters and first responders is maintaining the state's only library dedicated to fire and emergency services, and one of the top 3 fire service libraries in the nation. With materials available to members throughout the state, the library also maintains a searchable database of published articles and other resources.
You know, if you went to a standard library and put in fire, you're going to get a few dozen books. You put in fire in our library, you get half the collection. So you have to have what we call a special taxonomy, a special way of researching all of the information that's available to firefighters, whether it be periodicals or books or papers from the National Fire Academy. So our library has dedicated itself to do that, and that's our goal. As we build a new building here, we're going to give that a permanent home, going to give it a much higher connectivity to the World Wide Web and the ability to share information more effectively where people live and work.
Because the world and the issues that firefighters face is changing so quickly, the final pillar of the Institute's mission is research. The Illinois Fire Service Institute is supporting research that hopes to improve firefighters' safety and to advance the techniques and technologies available to them.
Research began as a mission of this university. It was handed to us and it was hands-on, it was practical. Hey, how does this new piece of building material work? What are the firefighters' issues? What's happened is we've discovered that firefighters find a lot of problems, but they don't have the science to necessarily understand the full nature of those problems.
One current research project is the effects of heat stress on firefighters.
As firefighters, you see now in 2-piece bunker gear, pants and a coat, they're fully encapsulated. Well, when they started introducing that in the mid-1980s, we started to see a very significant increase in heat casualties. And so we had more and more firefighters going down from heat in the same work they used to do when they wouldn't go down from heat. And we began to investigate why. That's turned into a nationally sponsored research agenda that has resulted in not just a paper that publishes that research. 122 firefighters have gone through a heat stress research process, but has involved the College of Engineering, the College of Medicine, the College of Applied Health Sciences, and kinesiology to say why. Looking at the blood, looking at what heat does to the body, looking at hydration rates and all of those things, and what we've discovered is heat in 12 minutes of firefighting has a dramatic effect on the firefighter's body. We believe this process of research then is explaining science to firefighters and explaining the problems of firefighters to scientists and putting those two things together. And as we see ourselves going forward, we see a public safety research center that involves not just firefighters, but other kinds of public safety issues that are in a community, but are part of that cocktail of research that a great research university can take on.
The increasing demand for training and information has led to the building of the new Learning Resource and Research Center on the Champaign campus. The building, scheduled for completion in 2010, will provide a permanent home for the library, more up-to-date classrooms, and greater technological support for the Institute's outreach mission. The building will enable greater cross-campus cooperation with the engineering, architecture, medicine, and kinesiology departments, creating new synergies for the research projects. By creating strong and lasting partnerships, communities across Illinois can be made safer. Local and state governments, educators, business leaders, fire service leaders, and firefighters themselves have come together to make this happen. And the Fire Institute has been an integral part of building these partnerships.
It is our hope that we've helped that firefighter do their work in a way that they may be facing a problem for the first time in their career, but they've already done it in training. And that the community has thought about that problem. It may be a new building material, it may be ethanol like we've seen recently in complex ethanol fires. It may be a complex incident on an interstate. It may be any number of things. Maybe a tornado is hit and now we've got a structural collapse problem. But that firefighter, regardless of the risk, knows what they can do and what they can't do and how to bring in the help to integrate into that community so that the community can get whatever help it needs to rescue citizens and put the community back to work.
They benefit from getting a firefighter with phenomenal training and experience. They're going to get a firefighter that has a respect for the job, and they're going to come out, what I like to say in class, is a professional firefighter. It doesn't matter if you're paid or not, it matters if you're a professional. By being a professional firefighter, going out in the public, saving civilians, recognizing things, applying the information you learned here at the Institute and applying it on your job when you have to answer the call, go out in the real world and go on an EMS run, the training you got here will make you a more effective EMT or a paramedic. The training you got here will make you a better firefighter to do your job quickly and effectively, and that saves lives, saves civilian lives.